Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Q for You podcast. It is November, so it is Erica's pick, and welcome back, Erica, from your little break. How are you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
I'm glad, and we're glad to have you back. It's been so
Yeah,
long. Like we
I
missed you, man.
know.
Yeah.
I've just been busy.
Yeah, it's okay. Now you're not busy because we're recording your pick, and oh my gosh, what a pick it was. Real quick, sorry guys. Introductions first. So my name is Mia, aka Mia Fran, here on YouTube and Twitter. I'm one of your hosts, and we've got our two other hosts here. So please introduce yourselves, guys.
I'm Erica Sakura Rosa 8 on Twitter.
And I'm Chantal, Marshmallow Love on YouTube. It's such.
And so this episode is about. Well, Erica, you just tell us because it was your pick. So just go ahead and start. Let us know a little bit about your pick today.
Okay, so today's episode is on the anime Tsukigakirei. I'm gonna just read the synopsis from Funimation that I got. Okay. It says, falling in love is such a complicated matter, especially for third-year middle schoolers, Katsuro Azumi and Akane Mizuno, who couldn't be more different from each other. When Katsuro spends most of his time immersed in books, Akane trains daily for the track team. After pairing up for a school assignment, a web of complex situations makes their blossoming feelings almost impossible to navigate. Which is so true. Oh my god, I cried so hard. This is such a tearjerker. So, yeah. It came out in 2017 spring, so it's been about...
It's not super recent, but it is recent. Of recent years.
Yes. It's from Studio Feel. And then it has 13 episodes in total, 12 plus a recap. And it's streaming on Crunchyroll for the sub version and Funimation for the dub version. So
cool.
That's all I have.
Cool. Well, I watched the subbed version, so I haven't heard the dub.
Ooh.
Should we just start off with like our overall thoughts?
Okay.
On the series.
One of you guys can start first if you want.
Okay. Chantal, you want to go first?
It doesn't matter. You can go.
Okay, so overall thoughts. Basically, like when I first started, I was like, this is like really awkward, and I wasn't sure about like them as characters because things were so slow, like those first few episodes, just because like it was very, it's awkward and like they don't really know each other, so like of course it's gonna take them time to like talk to each other, but like just hearing those awkward like anime noises every 2 seconds was like, I was like, oh my god. And then like but as the story went on, then I got more invested because then they actually started like talking to each other, and then I was more invested in their relationship, and then like once they started actually going out and like hanging out with each other, and when they finally fucking told people that they were going out, oh my god, I was like, good, because I was getting kind of like, not bored, but like more like frustrated that like it took them so long just to tell their friends that they were going out with each other. I mean, I get it, because they're like they're in middle school over there, but equivalent wise here, they're like in 9th grade, so they're like 15. So it's like, I'm like, dude, at 15 y'all should be like okay with like saying you're going out with people, but whatever. But then by the end, oh no, I was like hooked. I was like into it. I cried at the goddamn end, but we'll get to that later.
Yes.
But like overall, I thought it was very relatable. I thought the drama was really good, and I thought the story was condensed very well. Like for 12 episodes, I liked it.
Okay.
So yeah, those are my overall thoughts.
Okay.
Chantal.
Yes, you can go next, Chantal, if you want.
Yeah, I agree. I remember telling Mia, I was like, oh no, because with that first episode, that was like my overall thoughts. I was like, oh no. But it's the first episode. Obviously I was like, I need to calm down. I shouldn't judge it, because like the first thing that got me was like the CGI, and I was like,
oh yeah, those walking animations are. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I agree though. I agree.
because it was like the weirdest thing ever because it's just the background characters that are like walking like robots. I'm just like, like,
yeah.
because it's like really pretty, and then all of a sudden you get like this
People
wanky
go
ass.
walking.
Yeah, it's like real
Yeah.
janky. Yeah.
I was just like, what is this? Like, why?
I know.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
There was that, and then like the pacing at first was a little bit slow, along with like Mia was saying awkward anime noises, which was like, is this all it's gonna be? I swear
I
it's
don't
like
know
this
what
for
you
12
mean.
episodes.
I don't know what you mean by awkward anime noises. I didn't. What do you mean?
Oh, just because they kept like they never spoke. They just had their like anime reaction noises.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the little you know.
You know how like every time you move your head in anime, you have to make a noise like,
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah,
like that shit.
Yeah.
Just that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was
I
like
don't
that
know
whole
how-
first episode.
Yeah, I don't know how different it was from the dub, but in the sub, it was constantly like that in the first episode. And I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ,
Oh, gosh.
what is this? But I think it started to really get my interest when they went on the school trip
Mm-hmm.
right after he confessed, because I was like, oh, like things are starting to get a little bit interesting. Like, they haven't said anything,
Yeah.
but I guess we'll go with that. I mean, like. But it was still really cute and really awkward. But like the one thing that like stuck with me as I was watching,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, was I really this awkward in middle school?
Oh, oh yeah. I got that too, and I was like, oh my god. So I was like, is that me?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, was that me in 9th grade? Probably.
yeah, pretty sure.
that was like the one thing that I took out of this, the whole entire situation. At first, I was like, no, there's no way. But then at the end of it, when I started thinking about it and thinking about like my past relationships, I was like, no, yeah, I was probably just as bad as these two. Back in middle school.
Yeah.
Without the anime noises.
Yeah, without the anime noises. But it was really cute. I really, really enjoyed it.
Oh yay!
Me too. All right, Erica, your turn.
When I first started watching the show, I watched it originally like 2 or 3 months ago. I just saw it on Funimation. I was like, oh, this looks good, and I just like I started watching it. And yeah, like I said, I agree with you guys on the animation. The animation, like of the background characters with the walking and stuff like that. But like at first it bothered me, and I was like, I don't know. But like as soon as as the story like kind of like kept going and going, I got more invested in the characters, like the main, like I don't know, like 5 or 6 characters, and I was like, yeah, the animation's not that great, but the story is like what caught me more than anything. So yeah, I really like the characters of I really resonated with Akane because she's, oh my god, I was like, Akane is me. She's me. She's like, she gets stressed out about stuff all the time. She's just me. I was like, everything that she did, I was like, she's awkward. She stresses out about things all the time, and I was like, that's just me. And then like, I really liked Azumi because I just liked the things he was into. He's just like a very like quiet guy who likes books, and I was like, and I just found it really interesting that he like really likes Osamu Daza, like he like always quoted things that he said, and I was like, and it just is really nice. And the way that their relationship went from like this quiet awkwardness, like they didn't know how to talk to each other, and they got a little bit more comfortable. Like you can see like throughout the when the episode, you can see their relationship growing, and I just like by the end I was like, oh my god, I'm like crying on my bed watching the show. Like, it was so cute. I also liked a lot of the like side characters. Oh my gosh, I loved Roman. Like the kid
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
pinkish purple hair. He was like
With the
hilarious.
crush on the teacher, yeah.
Yeah, he was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh.
I liked him too.
Yeah.
It's probably like the only side character I liked. Honestly, like in my opinion, just because like Well, I mean, are you done with your?
Oh no, you can go ahead.
Okay, okay. I just didn't want to move on to another thing. No, like the side characters, I thought their rivals were super fucking annoying. Honestly, like I wanted Chinatsu to go the fuck away. I'm like, bitch, leave her alone. Like, stop telling her you like her boyfriend. Like, she's already fucking told you that she and him are going out. Like, they're dating. And he's rejected you, dude. Like, just move the fuck on.
And she's like, oh, okay, thank you for telling me, but can I still tell him that I like him?
Why would you do that? Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, I remember, like, going, like, thinking back, like, to myself in, like, middle school and high school. I never, ever, ever, ever told one of my friends that I had a crush on their boyfriend if I ever did. Because that just makes shit awkward.
That was me. Oh my god, that was me in middle school too. Oh my god, and then, I had a crush on my friend's boyfriend. I never told her though.
And then but why would you do that? Like, that just makes it awkward for everybody. Because then like why would I ask my friend, like, so can I tell him that I like him? Like, why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah, that's
this girl needed to set her priorities straight. Like, this girl needed to get over that shit. And like, I guess she did, because we never fucking heard from the bitch after, like, the last 2 episodes, so I guess, who cares, whatever. Like, as soon as she, like, started, like, hanging out more with him, or, like, kind of, like, trying to get to know him, I was like, bitch, you better step the fuck off. Like, please do not. Do not. And then, what's his name?
Kira.
Yeah. The other guy, this track guy, like, he was cute, you know, he got them little Yamaguchi freckles, you know, but... Dude, if you really liked her, why didn't you say anything to her beforehand? I mean, I like when Kotaro, like, stood up to him at the amusement park and was like, she's my girlfriend, we're dating, that's that. And then is like, come on, let's go. We're gonna go hang out together. Like, I was like cheering for that shit, because at that point I was like, you guys need to say something, because like if you don't, it's just gonna like be awkward for everybody when they find out. And then of course fucking Chinatsu is fucking watching that shit, and then she cries, and I did not feel bad for her when she cried, because I'm like, dude, you know that they're going out. But I mean, like, I still go back to, you know, like thinking about how I felt about people at that age, and at that point, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna name any names in case these people listen to this at some point, but I did have a crush on somebody's boyfriend, and they were both my friends.
I did
but
too.
I never told the girl that I liked him. I had other friends that knew that I liked this person, but I never told her. I mean, I had told this dude before they started going out. So I didn't need to tell him that I liked him, because I had already told him, but he was going out with my other friend. But I didn't tell her because, you know, I didn't want things to be awkward.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I mean, I guess that's just what you do in high school. You torture yourself if you like someone and they don't like you back. You just cry about it all the time, because that was me all the time, being an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, Chinatsu, I really liked her at first. I was like, oh, she's like one of those friends that you want. But then as soon as she starts saying, oh, I like your boyfriend, I was like, oh no, never mind. I take that back. I take that back immediately. I don't understand why she would go and tell her friend, like, oh, like, can I tell him, like, that I like him too? I was like, oh, girl, what are you doing? And then Akane asking her sister for advice. She's like, oh yeah, like, my friend's in love with my boyfriend. And the sister is like, you need to drop that bitch right now.
She needs to stop being your friend,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like, her sister was giving her really good advice, and Akane was just like, no, I'm not gonna drop her because she's my friend. And I was like, Akane, you stupid.
You need to think.
You need to get some new friends.
I was like, you need to, like, drop her immediately, because that's not a friend. If someone is going after your boyfriend, like, no, that's just gonna cause a gigantic mess. And then seeing all that, like, gave me flashbacks of middle school when this happened to me. My best friend had a crush on my boyfriend. And she, as sad as it is to say, she actually ended up winning him over, which is the whole bullshit. So that even pissed me off even more as seeing all that happen. I was just like, God damn it. And then, like, when Mia was saying Chinatsu crying at the amusement park, I was like, I didn't feel bad for her. I was like, you knew. Why are you crying? Like,
yeah.
She knew. I guess she didn't. She knew. I guess she didn't really want to like think it was real. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
guess she
said
just
like
didn't want to accept it.
when she like
Yeah.
because when she saw him say like she's my I'm her boyfriend and stuff.
Yeah. So like that's what I really liked about the show. It's like really relatable. Like as we've all said, it like brought back memories, good or bad, about like our
Yeah.
time and our time as middle school kids. So yeah, like I just really like that it's like really relatable, and then that like Akane had her sister to give her advice, and then Kotaro had the Daisuke, the bookstore guy, to give him some type of advice
Yeah.
with like on relationships, because they didn't know like how to process those feelings with like
Yeah.
for each other. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I liked that they each had somebody to talk to about that
Mhm.
kind of stuff because like they weren't getting it from their parents. But his mom was like so I mean, I don't know why I I really like felt I really did not like the mom just because, she really tried to discourage him from becoming a writer and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's something he likes, and it's
Yeah.
something that he feels he can do good at, and it's something he, strives to do better in. It's just really frustrating, especially since, yeah, like you mentioned, Erica, he's really into Osamu Dazai. Like, I loved seeing all the quotes that he would talk about, like, about love and things like that. I'm like, yeah, this kid's really smart. He's really observant about the world around him, and so that's why I feel like I really liked his character a lot, because I think all the quotes that he picked were really good. They were really like introspective about life and what was going on in their life. I love that he tried to read like that short story that Dazai wrote about like a girl, like from a girl's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was really interesting. I kind of wanted more of that, but I get it. There's only 12 episodes, and like we're focusing more on like their relationship, not really like him writing and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't really like the mom at first. I was like, don't talk that way about your son. Like, encourage him. Like, be like there for him. Like,
I guess
I know you don't. And I was like, I know you don't really like the path that your son's going on for a career, but like, it's not about you. It's about him. I know you want like you want to help him and you want to have a good job. But if that's what he likes, that's what he likes, and that's what he wants to do.
And so, when she finally, like, supported him, at least, like, a little bit, when he wanted to go to Kome, so he could be with Akane, like, that was nice of her.
Yeah, Chantal, do you have anything else you wanted to add before we, like, talk about other stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I had, like, a different perspective of the parents from Mia.
Okay.
I mean, I agree, like, I didn't like them at first either, but, like, the mom reminded me so much of my mom and, like, my situation growing up with my mom, because I grew up with just my mom and my stepdad. That's always been a thing. So I definitely related to Azumi in the situation where felt like he couldn't really tell his parents anything. That's how I was with my mom. I couldn't tell her anything, especially because my mom, thank God she's not judgy anymore, but before she was super judgy, and I was more afraid of being judged by my mom than like just telling her what was going on. And even now, like we're thankfully in a better place and situation, and she's mellowed out, kind of like Azumi's mom's towards the end. But also, I think the situation with me being a mom also like helped me mellow up too.
Yeah.
So I guess like it does take both people to like come to like an understanding.
Yeah.
Because like neither of them get each other, and they just only see things like their way. And like having the mom, and then like myself being a mom, I was like, yeah, I like agreed with her that the fact that Azumi going off to a different school just for a girl, I was like, oh, like what if it doesn't work out? Like that's gonna
kind of what I thought too. I was like,
in an awkward situation, you have to see each other. I was like, yeah, long distance is a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then just to give up everything, it's basically like, it was like, this is like freaking High School Musical, like the last few minutes where Gabrielle and Troy go to like schools next to each other, whatever. I don't even remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but looking at it like now as like before I would thought that was like, oh, that's so cute. Like, yeah, like go for it, Azumi. But as like a 25-year-old who's has a kid and everything, has been through some shit, I'm like, oh no. I agree with the mom, and even Akane's sister tells Akane, she's like, you need to break up with him because like she was telling him too, like that you never know how your relationship is gonna end up, and if things go bad, you're gonna have resentments towards each other, like like basically like cringe about it and be like, I shouldn't have never went for it, like.
But that's sometimes that's how middle schoolers, like that's how kids are in middle school. They're like, it's only I want it my way. I don't care like my parents say.
It's very
but
spontaneous.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, I mean, my thing was like, I get it, like, you know, yeah, that's a bad idea, but I mean, but his dad also was like, you know, you're gonna make mistakes, and like, you know, might as well make them now. And like, you know, my thing, I was like, you know, if he doesn't get into the school, which, spoiler alert, he doesn't.
Spoilers.
He doesn't. I was like, you know, but like, if they really like each other, they'll try to make it work. Especially because by the time you find out that like he doesn't get in, it's like the second to last fucking episode. So it's like they better find out a way to work that shit out, or they're gonna break up at the end of this show. But I mean, you know, I mean, he doesn't have to be like an asshole back to his mom.
Yeah, things
like,
escalated.
When he yelled at the mom, I was like, okay, I would never yell at my mom. Like,
I was like, dude, you do not talk to your mom like that.
I was like, okay, maybe in middle school, maybe I would have like gotten upset, but I wouldn't have like screamed at my mom and told her to shut up.
Yeah, my mom would have like,
because my mom would have probably killed me, or my dad would have probably killed me if I did that.
Same.
Mama would have beat me with the chancla right then and there if I ever did anything like that.
Yeah, same.
So that's why I was glad when like his mom finally like came around and was at least like, okay, well, if you want to do this, like, then you better like do it. You better get the grades and stuff. Like, you better pass the test.
Yeah, and they were like, if you don't get the grades, you're gonna go to a different school. And he was like, okay. And then
which was like totally fine.
But compromise.
Yeah, so. Like good compromise, cool. But then fucking Chinatsu has to go to the goddamn same high school as him, basically. Then she like follows him and is like, hey, so if things don't work out with Akane, I'm here. We should go out instead, since we're gonna be at the same school. I'm gonna lean against you and cry about it. And he's just like awkward about it, like, okay, I guess.
But no.
But also no, because like I like her. But I was surprised, but not surprised that he didn't make it. Like I knew she was gonna get in, but I was like really hoping he would get in, because I was like, oh, I would love to see it end where like they go to school together and then like, you know, that's it. Like then I can just imagine that they, you know, stay together forever, whatever. But I'm glad that it did show that, you know, there's more drama, struggles to be had.
One thing I found really interesting about this show is like the music choices, like the opening, the ending, the insert songs, all that they came in at the right moment, like for each big important thing. And then the lyrics of the songs like kind of match with what was going on, and I was like, "That's really nice." I really like that about that too. I was like, each important moment that they had, like the song, like really like matched with it. I was fine, like the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then they went to the festival with her and her yukata, and then she cut her foot on the shoe.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. And like,
and she buys him that little potato thing,
the little squeeze toy, the stress toy,
that like that was cute.
That was very cute.
And it's just like, I don't know, it's like, it was cute. And then them going on the school trip, and like what I thought was like on the school trip episode was like where were you? I waited for you at the mall or whatever, or at the department store. And like he was like, I forgot my phone, the teacher took it. And she's like, why were you using Chinatsu's phone? I was like, because she was there.
Yeah, that part I was kind of like, Akane, what the fuck? Like, chill out. Like, I was like, you guys couldn't bring phones on the trip. Like if that was me, I would have figured like, oh shit, what if he lost, like he got his phone taken away?
Yeah.
Like, just let the dude explain at least.
Yeah. And then it happened again during the festival with her and Hida. And he got all mad, and I was like, see, it's the same thing from different perspectives. With her and him at the school trip with the phone, and then her and him at the festival with the other guy. See, I was like, see, you're in the same kind of situation. Her getting mad at you about the phone, you and her getting mad about them being together. It's kind of like a role reversal type of thing. So I was like, see, you guys kind of gotta figure things out. And
yeah, I'm glad that they showed. I'm glad they showed like both kinds of like sides of that kind of situation, where like they both get like mad at each other or like frustrated, even though it's like they didn't really do anything bad. Like, he didn't do anything bad by using her friend's phone, and she didn't do anything bad by like taking the trash out and talking with this guy who's been her friend for years. Like, clearly she's still interested in you, dude. Like, she went to go see you fucking dance and shit. Like,
yeah, and then he got all mad, and she's like, talk to me. He's like, well, I'm fine. And I was like, dude, you need to chill out and just talk to this girl. Like, you wanted her to talk to you. Like,
yeah, just hear her out. But then, you gotta remember, they're like 15.
Yeah, 14, 15. So I was like, yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. It
makes sense with that type of attitude, like, in middle school sometimes when it comes to, like, dating,
like,
I guess.
Yeah, they're gonna be stupid and awkward and get mad about dumb shit because they're, like, teenagers and they've never been in a relationship before.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm glad that, like, it shows them kind of, like, grow from those experiences where they kind of, like, tell each other, like, okay, well, I promise that we'll talk it out more next time, like, we'll do better next time, we'll be better for each other. Like, I loved that they kept promises with each other. Like, pinky promises and stuff. Like, that was really fucking cute.
I like the little stupid, like, fake advertisement stuff, too. It was the Popsy and, like, the Pepsi Popsy thing. Like, I noticed that, and I was like,
I know what you mean. No, I love seeing that stuff.
That was funny. Like, they called, like, all the little, like, Google was Guggle, and
Pepsi
was Popsy, and, like...
The only thing that was real was Line, which I'm like, how much did Line pay for this?
Probably a lot.
Is this, like, an advertisement for Line? To show that, like, your relationships can overcome anything if you talk with each other online. Like, I feel like that was, like, the underlying message was, get Line, y'all, because then you can talk to your boo whenever you want. Doesn't matter if they're in a different school. Doesn't matter if they move away. It doesn't matter. You got Line. You'll always have Line. Like, I want to know how much money Line paid to be in the... Because I swear to God, Line is mentioned in every single episode. Like, they say Line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they... shown, or the icons shown.
Yes.
Or something.
So they... Yeah, like, the actual icon. Because they show, like, Kotaro's phone, and one is, like, Line, and then one says Twitter. And I'm like, alright. So, like, how much did Line pay? How much did y'all pay, Line? How much did you pay to be mentioned in every single episode of this fucking show?
Yeah, it was... Oh my god. That got me. I was like, oh my gosh. N-Book, like, Guggle, like... Oh
yeah.
Oh my god. That's funny. Spoilers again. Like, he posted the story on the...
Like, some like, forum, some website.
And he called it... The one thing I really liked is he called it 1370, which was her best time in her run.
I didn't fucking notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
I noticed that too. I was like, her best time was 1370.
And he saw it too. And he saw it too. Yeah, that I really liked when he went to go see her run. I was like, oh shit. I was scared that she was gonna see him and get mad, but she doesn't see him. Fucking Chinatsu does, but yeah. I love that. Now that you mentioned, I'm so mad I didn't notice that before.
I noticed I noticed it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice.
But noticing that's clever writing right there. Snaps for that. Good job. Because the title's like the last thing you should be thinking of, and so like, yeah, no, I love that symbolism is great.
Mhm.
That like, yeah, that he ties that in. That's so cool. I'm so glad you mentioned that because I never fucking
Yeah.
noticed that. That's
And
that's super fucking cute.
And this is on my second watch, so I
Yeah.
didn't really notice it at first,
Mhm.
but like that last episode when he found out that she moved, and like whenever her friends were like, Akane left on the train, he ran all the way to
Dude,
like the edge.
Those last like 5 minutes of the last episode really fucked me up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
And he was like, and she was on the train reading the story, and she's like,
I
"Oh,
know.
it ended."
And then when she first comments like, how does it end? Like, where does it go from here? And then she finally is reading like the update on the thing, and she reads his comment.
Yeah.
And she sees that it says the end, and I was like, oh no! Like at first I thought
Yeah.
they're gonna never see each other again. This is where it's
Yeah.
over. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck you, show.
Reading those
Like,
last few lines
yeah.
of the post was like, she was my first love, and he was my first love. She taught me how to do this. She taught me how to do, and he taught me how to do this. I will always like. I don't know exact. I forgot.
He says
exactly
like
what it said.
he says like my feelings will never change.
Yeah.
Like the way I feel is never going to change. I was like, bitch. I was like, fuck you, show. If you break them up right now, if they never see each other again, like if this is where it ends, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, and I was doing fine. I was not crying, nothing like that when I was reading. You know, when it shows that she's reading that. But as soon as he fucking screams at the goddamn train passing by, I love you, I started fucking crying.
Me too.
I was just like, I was crying and laughing at the same time. Because I didn't know how else to react to that. I was like, what?
You're happy,
Are
but
you kidding
sad.
me? Yeah, I was like, oh my god, like one of them finally said something. And I was like, this better not be where it ends, especially because he just said, I love you. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. And then the credits started, and then the story kept going. And then you see the line message. Line really came through for them.
Oh my god.
But you see the messages, and I had to pause every 5 seconds when it switched so I could read their messages to each other. But then you see that their relationship continued, and
they saw the last picture.
They would go visit each other, and they would do their homework together, and they would talk to each other all the time. And then they finally graduated from high school, and then they're encouraging each other. He's got such
through college.
Through college he has a job interview. She's like, you can do it. And then you start seeing oh, they're spending time together now, and they're secretively doing things together. It's like, oh yeah, no, I told my parents that we're just gonna I went to go hang out with friends or whatever for the weekend, but no, they're spending a weekend together somewhere because they want to be together. And then you see that they're meeting each other's parents again, and they're hanging out, and she's like, oh, my parents are so proud of you, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, so now they're more exclusive, I guess. Their parents know. And then you see that the names of the contacts change, and then it says wife and husband. I'm like, oh my god, that was so cute. You see that they get married, and then they had a fucking kid. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying again. It was so cute. Okay, I'm done.
And they showed you a picture at the end.
Yeah, they show you a picture. They have their pinky promises. That was super cute. They're back at the shrine together. That was fucking adorable.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
Because that stuff doesn't really happen all that often in real life anymore.
No.
You get high school sweethearts, but these people were together since fucking middle school.
Yeah, in real life now, you don't think about your middle school boyfriend, girlfriend being together with them now as much. You know, that doesn't even cross your mind as barely. Yeah. They went through so much stuff. They experienced so much life still with each other.
Thanks to the powers of technology.
And Line.
Thanks to Line.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, man! Like that was so stinking cute. Seeing the picture and then them being surrounded by their families, I was like, God damn it, this is gonna make
Yeah.
me cry more.
It's like I was tearing up right now, just like recanting the whole, or not recanting, but recalling the entire ending.
Watching it again.
Like it was so sweet and cute. Like I love that, like they like made it through all of this, all of like life and the bullshit that life like threw at them, probably that we never got to see in like high school and college and stuff. Like we got to see them kind of like encourage each other.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Yeah. From them starting with them at one of the shrines, like at night, and he was like, "Can I date you?" And she's like, "Sure." Like I don't know what she said, but like she's like, "Yeah, sure." And then like they held. I don't know. Like that was like, to go from that to seeing like through messages, like how far they came as like a couple. I know it's like a show, like this is not whatever.
But those the last credits, like you saw an entire relationship.
Yeah, you saw it, but you didn't see it like animated, but you saw it like through like
their messages.
I guess background.
Through their messages.
Yeah, that was so good. Ball tears.
I know, like legit, I'm tearing up right now. Like I don't want to, like, do not cry, please. Telling myself while I think about how cute it was, because I don't know, like I said, like living, like I lived vicariously through them as like a successful relationship, and it's just like it's so cute. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that like it ended this way, because if it was gonna end sad, I was gonna be really like disappointed and like depressed. Because, just because, like, like, first loves are kind of a thing where it's, like, they never work out, and then you kind of, like, think back on it, and you're like, oh, no, hell no, I would never want to be with that person, like, they were totally wrong for me, what the fuck was I thinking? With that first ever relationship I had in middle school or whatever, but, I mean, I'm glad it worked out, because it's a show, so, we can work out for them. Also, their baby was really cute. They made a cute baby together. Like it's just, I'm just glad that like we got to see not only them like come through as a couple, but like their parents, kind of clearly be happy for them and like get to know them as a couple and stuff. Like I really liked seeing that at the end.
Yeah.
And just as a side note, I want to say how much I love Akane's dad. Akane's dad was the most hilarious parent. He was just
I liked her dad too. He was
and like the mom was like, "Stop saying," what she said, like, "Stop saying like yeah," and he's like, "Yeah," or something like that. And like, or she said, "Stop saying I don't what I guess what he always said." He just said that right after, and I was like, "Oh my god." I love her parents.
I liked her parents.
Her parents are really cute.
Yeah.
I like that her mom like made her that like last bento for her last race, and then she starts crying. I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. I mean, I like Kotaro's dad. Okay. His dad he understood at least a little bit, but his mom was just like too frustrating.
Yeah.
And I liked her sister.
Her
sister with like her. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. The little like mini episodes at the end. I accidentally like skipped the first one.
Me too.
Because I didn't know they were a thing.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, oh.
I was like, episode 2. What is this?
I was watching episodes. I was like, oh, I skipped like a bunch of those.
I liked those into like the lives of like some of the side characters. Yeah. Although the one with the teacher and Roman was kind of creepy.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm like, how old? Because like. She's clearly, like, a young teacher, like, probably, like, 20 or 21 or something. So, like, she's kind of, like, lamenting, like, oh, I have to wait till he graduates. Like, that's kind of sketch, dude. Like, because he's, like, 15. Like, no, thank you. That's kind of weird.
The one I saw was where she was at the store and she picked up that wedding magazine. And he's like, I would like to see you in a wedding dress. You would, like, good or something like that. I was like, sir, you're 15, and your teacher's like what, like 23?
Please get a girlfriend your own age.
Yeah, that was.
But the
Really
thing is, I love Roman because he's just like
I
so
liked
stupid.
him too. He was a good friend, you know. He like
Yeah,
he figured he's pretty smart. He figured out that they were dating like way before everybody else.
yeah.
But
He
yeah,
seems like a dork, but he is a dork. But like,
he needs to lay off that teacher. But the teacher's like reciprocating the feelings a little bit, which I'm like, or the frustration, and I was just like, that's a little sketch, man. That's kind of weird. I mean, I know it's played up for like laughs, like it's funny, but like I don't know if how I really
that was an awkward
feel
laugh.
about that. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see more of this. Like, so I'm kind of glad we don't really get more of like those characters. It's more just like in those little mini episodes. Because I was like, all right, like I liked the girl with the glasses and her fantasies. Like those are pretty funny.
Those are really funny. And then by the end, I was like, nah, I don't really like him. I was like, what? Why did you have like all that huge ass fantasy? Like what? There's always that, and then one of Akane's friends with her boyfriend, her crappy boyfriend.
Oh yeah, or the one where he always wants to like go somewhere. Yeah.
I liked the one where it was those two characters where like she's like, which one do you like better, A or B? And then he's like, oh, I like this one. She's like, no, I'm gonna pick the other one. But then he's like, but if I lie, then you're gonna tell me I'm not. Like, those were pretty funny. I like that it's showing like how relationships can be. Like, I thought that was pretty cute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, I'm glad that they would put that at the ends of episodes, just because it's like so much drama happens. Like, I need some funny shit.
I know.
Like,
I need to
just to like temper down the drama.
Yeah, like I need to relax with some laughs a little bit. So I was glad that they would like show that. And I really liked the opening and I liked the ending. Although I will admit, after a while, I did skip them because I just wanted to watch like what happened next.
Same. I watched like the fight like 2 times and I was like, skip.
But I did really like the songs. They were really cute. They're really pretty. The visuals were really pretty. I love that they use kind of like a hyper realistic kind of thing sometimes, like with those like wind chimes and then like those weird things that like, I don't know, those weird hanging metal things that like change colors and shit. They sell those at like downtown Disney all the time. They have that shit, but like those were like hyper realistic.
Oh yeah,
and like I loved it.
The rainbow charms.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what they're called either. But I liked that some of the stuff in the background was like hyper realistic, except the walking animation. That was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But whatever, I got used to that shit. But I love that like certain things in the background were like that realistic, kind of like almost like it was rotoscoped. You know, like what rotoscoping is when they would like they film something real and they just draw over it.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of is, like, I really liked that. Especially that it was, like, the background. Like, I love seeing all those wind chimes. Those were so pretty. Like, I wanted to be there at that festival with the wind chimes. And I love, speaking of the wind chimes, when they both wrote the same thing on their wind chimes.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah.
That they wanted to be together forever. I'm like, oh my god. And then you get to the end and it's like they were together forever. Oh my gosh. That was, like, the cutest shit. And I love the translated title too, for the show.
As the Moon So Beautiful.
Yes, I love that. That's so pretty. Like that's a good title for something.
And that's the thing. That's the thing too. Like I noticed that too. They were talking in one of the early episodes. They were at the shrine the same day. Like he was like, "Can I date you?" She noticed that he was like, "Look at the moon. It looks so pretty." And she said something like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, it is pretty." And I was like, "There's the title drop." There it is.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same. I thought about the title too when that happened, and I thought that was gonna kind of like come into play more, but I liked that we at least got that little.
Yeah. For anyone who's gonna watch this after us like talking about it forever, like just know you're probably gonna need some tissues.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I already told Dylan on Twitter because he's like, I need to watch the show so I can listen to the podcast, and I was like, dude, get your tissues ready because you will cry. Oh man. I mean, and if I was gonna start crying right now, just like recapping the end, yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, like
it's gonna be a while till I watch this show again, just because I don't want to cry.
I want to go back on Akane's sister because I really like the relationship. It reminded me a lot of like mine and my siblings, because me and my siblings are pretty close. Like, especially like the whole thing like with her older sister, I was like, I have an older sister too, so I definitely related to that. Like, I always go to my older sister. Well, not so much now, but more so like back then when I was like Akana's sister. I used to go to my sister whenever I would have a problem or anything. And now that I'm like 25 years old, now it's me as that older sister, as Akana's older sister, with like my younger sisters whenever they have relationship problems or like any other problems, they come to me and like vent and like give them advice, even though like my sisters, I already know they won't take my advice because they're young. They won't understand until they're older, obviously, but I definitely really like that they showed their relationship and how it is and how they would like mess with each other or like tease each other and play around. Like, that was really cute.
Yeah, like I just thought that was funny. Like she took her phone and she got mad because the sister Ayane told her parents that she was like somebody. She's like she got her phone and she typed like took a bunch of pictures and she's like that'll teach her. I was like,
Oh yeah, she like screenshotted a bunch of pictures of her. I was like, that's an interesting way to like get back at your sister. I never thought about doing that to my brother's phone, but now if I'm ever mad at him, I'm just gonna screenshot his lock screen a bunch. Fill up his photos.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, like when she did that, I was like, oh my gosh. Like me and my siblings, we would have changed our background pictures on our phones. That's usually what we do to get back at each other. And we're like, what the fuck? Who changed my background?
Yeah.
So like I really enjoyed that because like it's not just like I don't know, like I really like that. The relationship was really nice and it shows like your siblings will always be there for you no matter what.
Yeah.
If you can't tell your parents shit, your siblings are the next best thing.
Yeah. Like, you know,
I'm the
got,
oldest,
like,
so no, I don't have any extra siblings.
You've
I
got
have,
like
I have younger siblings, but
I
I'm
just
the oldest.
I just have my brother, but it's the thing, you know, with siblings, like you got a built-in friend basically for life.
Somebody
Somebody
and to be
you
honest,
can
like me and my
talk
brother
to.
now, my brother is like 3 years younger than me. I still tell him stuff I don't tell my parents.
Yeah.
He gets it more than my parents do.
Yeah, there's I feel like there's things you can only tell your siblings, like regardless of whether they're brother or sister to you, like, you know, you have a friend for life there. Like, I told my brother, I was like, you know, when I'm an old ass lady, you're probably going to take care of me, right? And he was like, why are you bringing this up? Why are you telling me this? I don't want to think about that. I'm like, I'm just telling you. Because, you know, if I end up staying single forever, yeah, you're going to have to take care of me, bro.
Yeah, me and my brother hated each other, like, when we were younger. Like, we would yell at each other all the time. But, like, now, like, we're older and we, like, can tell each other things. Like, we can't tell our parents. And we can, like, we get each other more. You know? So,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah, because even, like, Akana's sister was like the first one to know about them dating too.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, really? I'm like,
like that was cute. I was like, yep, that perfectly describes like your relationship with your siblings, no matter if you're the old one or like the younger one.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, like, and like as we said earlier, like she gave her like really sound advice because she has kind of, I guess, those kind of experiences. She's had that, at least one of those experiences, so she knows kind of like how things will turn out, I guess,
or how things could turn out.
Yeah. And then she just told her, and she just let her make up her mind, like, okay. But like, yeah, I was just, like I said, it's really nice that Akane and then Kotaro had somebody to like spill their feelings, like, so they didn't know how to tell the person that they liked, so they just told somebody that they felt comfortable around.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. It was cute.
Yeah, and I like Kotaro found somebody to tell stuff to because he's an only child, so like I'm glad he had somebody to like not only talk about like books and writing with, but like to give him advice on that, but also like someone who's experienced and like who's willing to like help him out, let him know like that he has like an older like adult kind of figure to talk to. It's not just like his parents, because his friends would probably not help.
No. No. Roman and Daichi. Oh.
I mean, they were just impressed that he got a girlfriend, so like that tells you what their level of experience is.
Yeah. Like, they would just tease him all the time. I know that for sure. Like, they would just tease him, like, about her, like, just tease them about, like, you know, about them being together and stuff, like.
Yeah. Tease them and play around. That's how boys are.
And then, of course, the girls have to be super nosy, like, oh my god, who are you dating? Oh my god, what is it like? Oh my god.
The girls are so annoying. Like, Akane's friends were like, oh, like, what happened? Is he like this? Or like, oh, I can't see you being with them. I was like, bitches.
How do you know?
Oh, yeah, I know. When they were, like, telling her that in the bathroom, I was like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
That really reminded me of when I told my friends who I liked in middle school, like, because then they would make fun of me like that. They would, like, they were more like fucking Kotaro's friends, like, basically. Yeah, no, they would, like, make fun of me and stuff, and it was like, wow, you guys really aren't my friends after all. And then the other problem is, like, it was kind of like in the show, like, they didn't fucking know this dude that I liked. They just knew about him, like, they didn't know him personally, like,
yeah.
But, you know, so their way of, like, I guess, coping with that, I don't know, was just to make fun of me.
Yeah.
Which, you know, thanks. I mean, I don't talk to these bitches anymore, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But, yeah, no, her friends were annoying when they were, like, doing it. I'm like, leave her alone! And stop saying that. You guys don't know him. You know how she is, but, like, she can't explain it. Like, sometimes you just can't explain things like that.
Yeah, I was like, my friends were never that bitchy.
Yeah.
When I was in middle school. Like, yeah, they would be like, oh, he's kind of ugly though. Why do you like him? Like, yeah, like, that's about it. But other than that, they weren't like total bitches about it.
They were like saying like you should be with so and so instead.
Yeah, because they were always on about like, Hira.
Yeah.
Hira. Like, you can't tell her who she wants to be with? Dang. Like,
yeah, they were like always trying to push Hira up to her, and I'm just like, why? Like, just leave her alone.
If he wants to make a move, he should have made a move, and then when he does, it's too late. But if she was interested in him too, she like wouldn't she have just said something, or like told them, or at least told them that she was interested in him, and she doesn't because she's not interested in him.
Yeah.
So like,
you even tell them like, I just see you as like a family figure. I was like, you got brother zoned.
Yep.
You got friend zoned or whatever.
She got brothers. He got brother zoned. You're like my brother.
Not even friend zone, but like the worst zone, which is like brother.
If he wanted to say something to her like, I like you, whatever, he should have done it like way before.
Yeah.
Instead of just like,
especially since they were gonna go to different high schools and she wasn't sure if she was gonna continue with track or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one way I kind of really knew it was when he was like, when they were talking at like the lake or whatever, and he's like, this will be the last time we run together ever. I'm like, oh my god, this kid is just,
he's just trying to like hint to her like, I like you, but he's not saying shit.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be oblivious, obviously, because she's in a relationship.
She doesn't, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's just an awkward girl. She doesn't know, like, she's shy. She's shy. So like, she doesn't know. Sometimes like I'm like that. I don't know when people like me. So I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, like, she's a shy girl. Not everybody's like so forward about like, I like you, or whatever. Like,
yeah, I've never been that way either.
Mm-hmm.
I've always like tried to hide it, and then when I have said something, it doesn't work out. So you know,
they're like, oh, thanks,
I just kind of leave my shit to myself because, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay. We've got lots of husbandos, so it's alright. I don't need real boys.
Like, her friends are like, they should have, I mean, from what I saw was like, they should understand that not everyone is going to be like so forward with like,
Yeah.
I like this guy, he's so
Well,
hot.
and
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
and she has like 2 sets of friends. She's got her friends in her class and then her track friends.
Yeah.
Because they're all in different classes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she's got 2 different groups of people being like, meh, 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 meh. She's got her classroom friends being like, oh my god, why do you like him? He's so weird. What's so cool about him? What do you see in him?
She's like, oh, I don't,
He's
I
not
don't
even
know,
that,
I don't know.
like you say, Chantal, he's kind of ugly. Which I'm like, everybody was cute in this show, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you got her
Yeah.
track friends being like, oh, you should be with Hida, blah, blah, blah. I'm Chinatsu. I like your boyfriend. Can I tell him that I like him? Oh, I'm so sad I didn't get to tell him I liked him. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo me. Why would she tell her that? I don't know. Like, what an idiot.
I guess she thought I should just tell her now before she finds out. I don't know.
Well, I'm saying, like, why would you tell her that you're sad that you didn't get to tell her boyfriend
that
that
part.
you
Yeah,
liked
she's
him?
Oh, yeah. It's like...
She's like, I couldn't confess, and she put like a crying emoji or whatever.
Like,
Boo-hoo.
how is Akane supposed to react to that? Like, if that was me, I would have been like,
Bye,
okay.
bitch.
I would have remove contact, delete her number. But even then, like, even when they talked about it, like, face to face, about Chinatsu liking him, I was still kind of like, dude, this is not a good friendship.
Mm.
Like, she's still insisting that she needs to tell him.
And she still tells him.
And then, yeah, then she just...
In the same high school.
She just takes it upon herself to be like, oh, now's my chance, because Akane's not around. I'm going to tell him.
And then her saying, she's like, oh, I'm not going to give up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
What?
No.
I totally missed that.
Yeah, she said, she tells him, like, she's like, I'm not going to
to
give up on it. And I was like, bitch, you better give up, like, 3 years ago. Because they have line.
Because at least Hina doesn't say anything or makes, like, any move up until, like, the festival, but Chinatsu only.
And even after that, he doesn't say anything else to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's more, like, okay about it. He understands.
Like, okay.
But that bitch,
Chinatsu.
she's just way too persistent. I mean, you know, I can see where she's coming from, because I will admit I did tell the guy that I liked more than once that I liked him, and that I still liked him. But after the 3rd time, then I stopped, and I kind of, like, decided, like, you know what, I'm not gonna say anything ever again, because he's just not feeling it. Like, he's just not into me. That sucks, but, you know, I can't just change his mind by telling him over and over again that I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not a good idea. That's bad.
And then like, keeping the whole dating thing a secret, I was like, why?
Yeah, I was annoyed with them at the beginning. I was like, why are you guys keeping this such a secret still? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Because then it comes into, like, as a shock to everybody when they find out at the amusement park, which I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys are finding out now.
Yeah.
Which, if they would have said something before, maybe Chinatsu would have, like, stayed back, maybe, or maybe she still would have gone full force like she already has. But poor Hida would have been, like, more prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really help that, like, when Chinatsu and Kotaro first met, he didn't really, like, do anything. Like, he just was kind of, like, quiet because she was, like, helping him out with shit. And, like, every time they talked after that, before she was like, oh, I have a crush on him, he didn't really, like, help the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because, one, like, she didn't know they were dating. Like, he didn't say anything. And so, like, of course she's gonna find out at, like, the worst possible time.
Yeah.
But, like, again, they're, like, in middle school. Like, of course he's not gonna, like, say shit if they both kept the promise of, like, okay, we can't tell anybody, really. Like, we're not gonna tell people. But it was just... Get the hint! Take a hint!
Chinatsu.
Get over it.
Only Chinatsu.
I kind of wanted her to get with Hida instead. Like, you're both sad about this shit, so, like, just get with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they were talking about it on the train,
Yeah.
together. I was like, oh, are they gonna get in a relationship now? Like, are we gonna see that? And that never happened. So I was just like, wow, missed opportunity there. I mean, maybe that would have been bad because they'd just be like the rebound for each other, but.
Yeah.
Well, technically it wouldn't be a rebound because they were never in a relationship with the other characters anyways, but still, like, I don't know, they could have at least comforted each other.
I don't know why they wanted to keep that a secret. I would have been like, hey, this is my boyfriend. Stay the fuck away. But I don't, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get that you're shy and everything, but, like, everyone tells, like, hey, like, I'm going out with this person, so-and-so, like, there you go. Just to, like, I guess, I don't know, like, it's kind of like you saying, like, I got dibs on this person, stay away.
Well, also, like, saying, like, hey, if I don't want to hang out with you, it's because I want to hang out with my boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah, and then them keeping it a secret, like, they were, like, make up excuses to try to hang out with each other, like, oh, we can't hang out with each other at school because no one knows. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Just hang out with each other.
And then Daisuke was like, oh, okay, and he left the thing, and then what was it? He figured it out, and then he made Kotaro like text her to the library or to the bookstore, and then they hung out that way. Then they're like, we can't hang out in school, so I can't. She said, I can't talk to him while I'm at school. So like, yeah, they kind of just like hid it from each other, hid it from like their friends. I mean,
I guess because they were just too shy to talk to each other in school. But then they started going to the library together, and so then they could talk. I mean, I guess they felt better talking to each other via text messaging.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
It seemed, okay, I get that, but, like, eventually, you gotta get used to, like, actually talking to each other, because then, you know, you want to kind of, like, move up in your relationship. Yeah. Because you want to, like, actually, like, hang out with each other, I would assume, you know? When you're in a relationship with somebody, you kind of want to spend actual time with them, not just texting them. So, like, I'm glad that eventually they kind of, like, stopped being shy about it and, like, hung out more outside of school, and then, like, they went to the same cram school, so then they could talk more after that, like, go to the little bridge. I liked those parts when they were at the little bridge. When they gave each other Christmas presents, that was really cute.
Oh, yeah. She made the scarf. She, like, knitted, and her sister was like, you're knitting? And she's like, shut up! And she's like, she was like, oh my god, that was cute.
That was really cute.
And then he wore the scarf. That was really adorable.
She got a bear. She's like, oh my god, it's so big. Like, she made it, like, too big, the scarf. He was like, oh no, it's perfect. And it was like, oh.
Yeah, that was cute.
That was really cute.
And he got her a handkerchief. That was adorable. I wanted to know what else they got each other, like, after that. And then, of course, like, she finds out his birthday had already passed. She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I wish I had known your birthday was before. And she gives him the little potato thing. That was cute.
That was really cute.
Because I'm like, that's a basic question you ask the person first when you first, like, start talking to them. Like, hey, when's your birthday? Like, how old are you? When's your birthday? Like, it was cute, but I was like, how did you guys not, like, ask that question of each other before? Even via text.
Yeah.
Like, if I was dating someone, I would kind of want to know when their birthday is. I'd probably ask straight up. Like, if I didn't know at that point and someone asked me out and I was, like, down, I'd be like, okay, oh, so when's your birthday? Just so, like, you know, we can do something fun together.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What do you like? But
no.
I get
took him that long to be like, oh, your birthday passed? Oh, shit.
Now I gotta scramble to buy you something at this festival.
And she was like, hold on, I gotta call my parents. And she ran all the way to the thing, and she's like, it's too expensive. She's gonna get him, like, a phone case or something. And she's like, yeah, it's expensive. And so she got the little potato squishy thing. She tried to play it off, like, I gotta call my parents.
Yeah. I know, why did, like, she should have just bought him that shit right then and there, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's cute because they're in middle school. Oh, it's like they're awkward about it. Like, okay, I get it. But like, if that was me, I probably would have went back to get it. But I probably wouldn't have said anything. I just probably would have been like, okay, I'll be right back. Here you go.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get you something like better next time. Like for your next birthday, I'll actually like get you something good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
But their relationship once they finally like stopped being secretive about it, I really enjoyed watching them together.
Yeah, like as their story, like I said, as their story went on, like I noticed the little things, like with stuff about her run and like what he was writing about, like I don't know. I got more invested with like the little things, like their story, just them as characters more than just like the backgrounds, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, do we have anything else to say?
Does anyone have anything else to say?
Well, I'm curious. Is the dub good? I'm curious.
I think so. I mean, it's up to you, like, guys, if you want to check it out. But like, I thought it was pretty good. So,
Just so if I watch it
I
again, if I ever want to watch it again, maybe I'll watch the dub.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like, make you guys watch it, but like, it's up to you guys if you want to. But I did really enjoy it. Like, the little like emotional little inklings in their voices, like when they're like talking. I really liked it a lot. But yeah, check it out if you want.
Cool beans. I liked the sub. The sub was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought their voices were cute.
Yeah, I didn't know until I realized when I was looking it up. I was like, oh, there was one on Crunchyroll. Damn, I didn't realize until like I was looking it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. I watched it on Funimation first, so that's how I don't have a preference when it comes to subs or dubs. I just watch whatever I watch first.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I always immediately just go to Crunchyroll, just because I know there's like more stuff on there.
Yeah.
So I looked up to see if it was on there first, and it was. So it was there. So yeah, if you guys want to watch it, subbed or dubbed, you can watch it on Crunchyroll or on Funimation if you have a Funimation
we'll
subscription.
put the trailer in the description. I'll find it and we'll put it in the description so you can guys kind of get like a little bit of it. See if you want to check it out for yourself. I'll find it and send it to you.
It's a really cute show. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I can watch it again for a while, just like I said.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle crying for 10 minutes after it's over. Like, I don't know if I can handle doing that again. But I really, really enjoyed it. I think this is a really good pick. Like, I'm glad you picked it.
Me too.
Because it was really cute. Like, that first episode is really, like, okay, but once you get past that first episode and it gets into the relationship and stuff, then it gets really good, and then of course you get to the end, and it's like really satisfying.
Just gotta get through the awkward phases that they go through.
Yeah.
But then again, like we said, it was really relatable to us, so we kind of...
Yeah, it's very relatable. I think a lot of people,
It is.
whoever watches it, I think you can find an aspect of the show to relate to. Whether you're if you're still in middle school or high school, or if you've been out of school for years and you're an adult like us, you can definitely find something to relate to with the characters. I mean, you'll be frustrated, but I mean, if you're an adult, you're looking at it at a different perspective, but you're still kind of remembering oh man, was I really like what you said, Chantal, was I really like that in middle school? God. What the hell?
You get flashbacks of your past relationships and you're like, oh no.
Or your past friendships. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I mean, were you guys that awkward in middle school when you guys had a relationship?
I don't know, because I was never in a relationship in middle school, but I assume that I would have been that fucking awkward.
I wasn't in a relationship.
I really had more just
or anything like that.
I really had more just crushes, obviously, with people that didn't like me back. So there's an anime about that. I probably really relate to that and cry every single episode, like, oh my god. But I mean, the feelings are still there. Like, I know for sure I was probably really quiet and stuff. I'm sure if I had been in a relationship of some kind in middle school or high school, early high school, I probably would have been exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like such a hoe then because I was all over the place. Dating wise. Jesus Christ. No wonder my mom, when I told her, like, oh yeah, I had all these boyfriends back in middle school, she was like, oh my Jesus Christ. That was my mom's reaction when I finally opened up. She's like, oh jeez. But, oh my gosh, because I got stories, man.
Oh man.
But the two that stick out to me the most that were just like awkward middle school ones was like my first one, which was like my crush from elementary. And I've known him since like second grade or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. And we finally got into a relationship when I was in sixth grade. I was the only one that talked. He didn't say shit.
Like,
And I got so frustrated with him because it was basically like how Akane and Azumi were at first, were the awkward anime noises. That was him. And it got to a point where I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I don't want this like awkward silence anymore. And I just like, I'm breaking up with this bitch.
peace out.
It's just like thinking about it now, I was like, man, maybe I should have been a little bit more patient. But like by the end, like that relationship only lasted a week, so that's why usually I'm like,
Oh, wow.
did it even count?
What's the second one that sticks out?
If he never said anything.
Was it
Even
one of
though
those
we
things?
had, like, the
Was
title?
it one of those things where it's like, okay, we're dating now, and then you like never talk to each other?
Basically, and I was like always making the effort to try and talk, and it was just like, you know what, fuck this.
I was more like Chinatsu. Like, I had a crush on my friend's boyfriend, but I didn't tell her.
Yeah. Well, and then like whenever guys liked me, they were always guys I was never fucking interested in.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where
man.
it's like, oh god, really, that guy likes me? Like, kill me, please.
Yeah.
So it's like the awkward, ugly guys that I was never interested in, like, ever.
Thank you, but no.
So Chantal is the second thing that stood out.
The second one, thankfully, is a little bit more fluffier and more awkwardness, I guess, because this time it was coming from me. Which I had been friends with this boy. I will not say his name because who knows, maybe he could scourge the internet and be like, why the fuck is this bitch retelling our story? Probably like the sweetest boyfriend I ever had. Like, even thinking about it now, I was like, oh, man, that was probably, like, sad as this sounds. It was probably like the best relationship I had out of like all the other ones, because like the ones after that were like super crappy, which
Yeah.
Anyway, but he was super sweet and really patient with me. God damn it, I don't even know how he survived with me.
What grade was
so
this?
This was in 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I actually got to know him. We were like in the same math class, and we were friends at first, and we talked about like everything and like anything, and he would always make me laugh, and things got awkward with me because one of his friends was like, hey, did you know he likes you? And I was like, huh? Like, what? I was so shook that I like didn't talk to him for a few weeks. I felt so bad. And then like after a while, because at first I thought the guy was joking, and I was like, there's no way.
You're like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I will say he was not the cutest thing ever.
Oh.
He's one of those guys that you would be like, ew, like no way. But I guess because I knew him personally and I got to know him, I was like, that's not how I like saw him, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because like I'll admit, at first I was like, oh god, please don't let that be real. But once he like told, like I heard him in the class, like, oh, by the way, she says she doesn't like you. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh no.
And that's when I realized like he was being for real, and I was just like, oh shit. And like I let it go by like that for months, and I didn't talk to him until like I finally realized, oh shit, I actually do like this guy a little bit.
So did you tell him?
And like I couldn't figure out how to tell him because
Yeah.
I was like, well shit, I think I just blew my chance.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, how do I like tell him? So I honestly can't even remember how the heck it happened. But I remember this happened in math class. I think we got paired up, and I was like, shit.
Teacher came
like,
through.
It was like so awkward, and I was just like, oh my god, like now that I knew like my feelings for him, I didn't know what the heck to say. So I was like, Jesus Christ, like this is like bad timing, but at the same time I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And I just went out and said it. I was like, remember that time your friend told you that? I was like, well, I thought he was joking. Turns out I actually like you too. I don't know if it's too late, but I'm about to yeet myself out of this classroom. I was so red, and like everybody in the classroom could hear that too, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. I don't know how the teacher was just like, you know what? I don't like. She just minded her own business. Like,
well, it's not about math, but at least they're talking with each other. So what did he say?
yeah, like I don't even remember what he said, but like, yeah, he still liked me, and things went on smoothly after that. But because like I knew that I liked him now, and we were like in the relationship, it was basically awkward anime noises all over the place.
Oh, no.
Like that first episode, that's how it was. Basically, like think of Azumi and Akane. That's how it was
at
with...
at the restaurant. Oh man,
it was so awkward. But like we would walk together and everything, and it was just like completely silent. And then like little by little, just like we would get comfortable again. I was like, Jesus, dude, it took us fucking forever to even hold hands. That's how bad it was.
So like, how long did that one last?
Almost a year.
Oh wow.
And I fucked it up because I ended up moving to Denver for a little bit. And he was like, I don't think long distance is gonna work out for us. I was like, no, I just fucked up the best one.
Aw.
Which I was a dumbass, because like me moving to Denver was just because I wanted to spend more time with my dad. And like my mom was like completely, like I said earlier, it was a lot like Azumi's mom, basically. Picture that with my mom. So I wanted a little bit more freedom, and that's why I went to Denver to live with my dad. But then after a while, obviously, like I miss my mom, my siblings, and everything, and like the craziness that it was at my house. And like I think we broke up like probably 2 months afterwards. When I came back, and I was like, "Whoa, this is probably kind of awkward now."
Yeah, yeah. I think after that, it's probably kind of too hard to.
It's a little too late to fix things.
Man, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you still remain friends, or like never talk to each other again after that?
We never talked to each other again. I was like kind of hoping though that like maybe, just maybe, he still had feelings for me, but no, this bitch moved on quick.
Well, it's middle school.
Yeah.
That's my fault. Like thinking back on it, like I said, as a 25-year-old, I'm like, I was such a dumbass. Like I can't believe.
Yeah, and like when I think about it too, when I think about like guys that the one guy that I liked a lot when I was in middle school, who I told multiple times that I liked him, I was like, why the fuck did I tell? The first time I told him was like the worst way to tell somebody that you like them, because I did it over the phone. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have a cell phone, so I had to use one of my friends' phones. And of course, these are my bitchy ass middle school friends who threw like Beanie Babies at me while I was like trying to fucking tell this dude. I don't know why I tried to call him in front of them, but like it was one of those things where I just kind of like blurted it out because I just wanted to get it over with. And I had really bad sunburn too, at like when it was happening, so that sucked. And I remember like I called him and like I said, hey, what's up? And I feel like he was kind of like, why the fuck is this girl calling me? Like, okay. And I mean, I guess maybe he knew, I don't know, but I mean, he let me tell him. I was just like, I just like took a deep breath, gave it over, like got it over with, told him I was like, I like you, like I really like you. And this dude was like in high school, by the way. I was in 7th grade, like barely gonna be in 8th grade, and this dude was like in high school. So yeah, I was a fucking idiot, thinking that me, this ugly ass middle school 7th grade girl with like fucking gross acne and shit, and I didn't know how to dress myself. Yeah, I was not cute in middle school. Like just this fat ugly 7th grader telling this dude that she likes him. I was like as soon as I said, I immediately regretted it. I was like, oh fuck? What the fuck have I done? And then he didn't say anything. Like, there was silence on the other end. I was like, oh no. I was like, what the fuck? Because I was gonna see him, like, that weekend. Because, like, reasons. I just don't want people who know me outside of this to, like, figure out who the hell this is. Because that would be really awkward.
Yeah.
But I was gonna, like, hang out with this dude. Like, you know, I was gonna see him that weekend. Whatever. With other friends, like, with other people. It was just gonna be us two. But, like, I was like, and then, of course, my dumb 7th grade ass, like, my stupid idiot, like, 13-year-old self, 12-year-old self, what the fuck ever, how old I was, like, I decided to, like, because he doesn't say anything, he never said anything, like, after I said, I like you, nothing on the other end, so, like, either he hung up, but if he hung up, I would hear it. I was just like, oh, you must hate me now. Like, I legit fucking said that was the next fucking thing that I said. Was, oh, you probably hate me now that I just fucking told you that I liked you. And then he was quick to be like, oh, no, I don't hate you. And I was just like, okay, and then I just changed the subject. And it was fucking awkward after that, because of my dumbass. And then I decided to tell this dude again via email that I liked him. But, like, you know, more eloquently. So, like, you know, I at least, like, wrote it out. But I also sent it to an email of his that I thought he never checked. Because I remember him saying, like, oh, I never checked that email. And so, of course, when I fucking sent him an email, he responds, like, you know, immediately almost. Saying, like, oh, you know, I never usually check this. But I decided to check it. And I saw your email. And I was like, well, I want to die. And, yeah, I wanted to, like, crawl into a hole and never come out and just die right then and there. Like, you know, just, like, someone just put me out of my misery. So, yeah, when I told, like, I wrote out this long-ass thing, too. Like, I put, you know, heart and soul into, like, you know, telling him that I liked him. Because I really liked him. Like, he was really nice. Like, we liked a lot of the same stuff. Like, you know, I could talk to him. He was, like, the first, like, guy friend that I had, like, that wasn't, like, someone I grew up with. Because he was older than me, and, like, all my guy friends from school, like, I known them since, like, pre-K. So, like, I didn't really like any of those guys. Because they were my friends. And if they liked me, well, then I didn't fucking know, and they didn't tell me. So, oh well. But, yeah, like, I don't know, I told him that, and then he was really awkward around me after that, and, it's because he hadn't, like, really talked to me, because I saw him that summer, and, like, he didn't really say hi to me, so it was basically me more being like, how come, like, is it because I told you I liked you, is that why, like, you're being awkward around me, like, I really didn't want that to happen, like, I still want us to be friends. See, my story is sad. It's not funny. It's not funny like yours was. It doesn't have comedic elements. Like, my story is sad as fuck. But, but then, like, you know, I mean, kind of, like, got over it. Because then he was just like, oh, I'm just not really good at talking to girls and stuff. But it was one of those things where he's like, I'm really flattered that you like me. But, you know, when a guy says, oh, I'm really flattered, that's basically a no without saying no.
Yeah, that happened to me, too. Oh.
Like, so that's why, oh god, oh no, that's why, now I just kind of, like, have just just decided to, if I like someone, I'm just gonna tell them once and never again, and if they say no, oh well, I'm just gonna move on, cry about it once probably, and then, you know,
move on, yeah.
Move on. I have other things to worry about, plus I have a plethora of 2D boys to choose from that all love me equally. I know they love me because most of them are written to love you. So you know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck those guys that have said I'm flattered that you like me. Yeah, and well, recently I did tell somebody that I liked them, and I won't say what happened because it's sad.
Oh my god.
Just know he said I'm really flattered. That's all you have to know. Oh. But I got over that shit quicker than middle school, so you know what? I think I'm doing okay. It's okay. I have my husbandos. We all have our husbandos to turn to. Tokia loves me. It's all good. He tells me he loves me, so you know what? I'm totally fine. Erica, you got any of those stories? Tell us that story. Our
What was
awkward
it?
middle school stories. This has turned into
Yeah.
story time.
It's its own segment. Its own segment in this podcast. The awkward middle school story segment. Well, yeah, it was on the bus. Like, yeah, I told this guy that I liked him. My friend saw. I told my friend that I liked this guy, and she saw. And like, I said, "Hey, I like you," and he's like, he said this basically kind of what you said. Oh, I'm flattered or whatever. And then my friend was like, and my friend heard him say that, and she saw me crying, and I got off the bus, and she kind of got in an argument with him about it. She's like, "Why are you being like that? She told you that she liked you, and you're being like I don't know, being stupid." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and like, I don't know, I don't remember. It's been forever. But she like kind of stood up for me basically whenever the guy told me.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah,
like,
and
I
then-
mean, did you ever see that guy again? Or...
No.
Okay.
No. And then, like, yeah, like I was in the same thing as like Chinatsu, where I liked my friend's boyfriend, but because he and I were like friends since elementary, like 4th grade, 3rd grade, ever, and then he got with my friend, like in middle school. But I had never told him that I liked him, so that was my fault. And then I found out that they were dating, and I was like, oh, I can't tell him now because he's with my friend, and that's be weird and awkward. So like, I kind of like, I was like, okay, whatever.
Just kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
Just got over it.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all are better than me.
There are times where I kind of think about it. Sometimes I'm like, man, I wonder what he's doing. But I think about it sometimes.
Oh, I know what guy number 1 is doing right now.
Oh.
Because I'm
like, oh.
But I'm kind of glad that it never went anywhere because he's one of those people that was in a lot of different relationships with a lot of different people. Like,
oh no.
Oh.
I'm like, oh no.
Well, no, just like, you know, one relationship would last like a few months, and then like a few months later it's another person, and then a few months later it's another person.
Yeah.
So clearly, if anything had happened, I probably would have just been one of those.
I've learned a lot from
relationships.
Those experiences.
So I still, but like for real, like it turned more. It evolved from just liking that person. Like, I was legit, like, in love with that person. So, hooray for that sad-ass story time. Well, you know, I'm glad we all kind of, like, have matured.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Honestly, like, being in a relationship is not my priority at this point.
Yeah.
Like, my priority is to make some money. To buy more anime shit and to pay my student loans and to, you know, like, just, you know, whatever happens. If I die a single old lady, I don't give a shit. Bury me with my anime figures, that's all I ask.
Yeah, because like I get that time, like I get those times when people ask me, "Are you seeing anybody?" I'm like, "No, no, I'm not," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
I know, like, I don't want people to feel sad for me that I'm not dating anybody, because I'm just like, I don't, like...
Yeah.
I'm not really looking.
My mom does that too sometimes. She's like, whenever you find somebody, like, you're such a pretty girl, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I understand, but that's not what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking about school, trying to get a job.
Yeah, like...
You know, when I appreciate you looking out, but like
when I have whined about it to my mom, like in recent years, she's like, "Well, because you got to go out and meet people," and I'm like, I really don't want to do that.
Yeah,
that's also also my problem is that like I'm really fucking lazy. Like I don't like going places and meeting new people very often. I mean, I talk to people at work, but like there's nobody I'm interested in over there, and I do not want to date someone from my job.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, like it's different now because like my mom's like, you never talk to anybody, you're like, you always want to like go somewhere else or like away from everybody. I'm like, because there's nobody my age in your like in the group of friends that you guys have. I'm like, she's like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, well, yeah, it does matter to me because I'm just gonna sit there being quiet and just like looking off to nowhere. Recently, I think that I like one of my friends. Like she's married. My friend's married, but like one of her friends in that friend group. I kind of like him, but I don't tell him. I'm like very weird. I don't like. I get. I don't. I don't know. I don't know how to express it because I don't want to get shut down.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like hesitant telling this other person recently that I like them, but I did it anyway because I was like, you know what? I really don't. What the worst he could say is no.
No. Yeah.
And he didn't really say no.
Maybe I don't know. Whenever I see him,
But-
whenever they come back to where I live or something, I'll like, you know what? I'll see him and I'll just say it. At this point, I'm like, I'm just gonna say it. I'm old enough to be like, I shouldn't be acting like a high school kid or a middle school kid. I just say what I want.
But you know what? That rejection I recently got was the nicest rejection I've ever gotten. So,
Aww.
you know, we're still friends talking to each other. So, you know what? That's all that fucking matters, I guess. And if that turns into something later on just because the timing's not right now, then that's cool. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Not like he's gonna listen to this, thank fuck, but you know.
Yeah. So I just want to apologize to everybody who's gonna listen to this episode. Sorry for like the 30 minutes
middle school stories. Yeah, but it fits, you know?
It fits.
Yeah.
We're awkward little beans in middle school with our crushes and shit, so you know, I think it worked out better for the characters.
It fits the theme of the show.
It worked out better for the characters, and that's all that matters. I'm glad they got together and got married and they had a cute kid together, and it worked out for them.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I enjoyed this part, but like it fits with the story, with like the theme of the show. But I was like, I just want to apologize and like thank to them.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you that it's super relatable, especially because, you know, we had our awkward situations.
And please don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for me because I don't care anymore.
It's okay. There was a guy I liked that I told him, he knew I liked him, and then he told me, he's like, you know, you're like, I told him, and he was like, you're just way too nice for me. I was like,
what's wrong with that?
I know. I was like, what does that even mean? And that still like haunts me forever. I'm just like, what does that mean? Which my friends even told me that he dated someone that was exactly like me, had the same personality. So I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand. But that's okay because I dodged a bullet because he ended up having a kid with her.
All right.
So that could have been me. I mean, not that. I mean, I have my own kid right now, but I mean, you know what? I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh man. Well, you know, I have my awkward stories too, where it was a guy that liked me that I was not interested in, and one guy took it so far to like tell people we were dating, and I'm like, no, that is not true. He's being a creepo. Do not listen to him. We are not dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy, I don't know what he's doing. I think
to the main topic.
I think our story time is over.
I think we've done enough stories.
And I think all of our thoughts on this series has been said. You know, we really enjoyed it. It's really cute. The animation is pretty sometimes. The music is great. The characters are relatable. And I think just the story is interesting. I mean, you know, it's
just sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's not like there's some deep parts to it, especially like I said earlier with like the quotes that he kind of like lives by, that Samada's I wrote. But like other than that, I feel like it's not that deep. It's a pretty easy story to follow. It's very dramatic, but it ends nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are gonna cry at the end.
Yeah, it's a relatable story with, you know, your awkward stages as a middle schooler. When you first get into a relationship, it's those awkward and weird stages where you're just like can't even talk to each other even though y'all are dating. And like in my situation, we were friends, but still it was awkward as fuck. Where you just, you know, reminds you of those times where like, oh, like yeah, relationships are just awkward all around.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a while before you're
Yeah.
comfortable enough.
It just shows that like different people, like different. It doesn't matter like what friends, like groups of friends you have. Like your friends might be telling you like we should be with this person, this be with this person, whatever. But if you're comfortable with someone that you like and they like you back, it's a nice. It's slow, but it's a nice build for a relationship, and I just really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They make it through against all odds that are stacked
Yes.
against them, like distance, being at different schools, their friends thinking they should be with other people, other people liking them and stuff.
Them.
I like. It was really nice to see them kind of come out together forever. You know, they kept their promise. Their wish came true. They're together forever. And yeah, I really.
Yes.
It's a very sweet story. So if you like sweet things, if you just kind of want to like watch a show that like will make you feel happy at the end, make you feel like good even though you're crying, I think this is a good story, and it's short. So, you know,
Yes.
you can watch it in a day. Like Erica binged it all day. Yeah, you binged it twice.
I binged it again. I binged it twice.
In a day. So like, you know, it's possible. You can definitely enjoy this show.
I got sucked into the story.
Yeah. And since there's a dub, you can, you know,
check that out too.
You don't have to be watching technically if you don't want to, if you want it in the background, but it's still cute. Like,
yes.
Thank you for picking this one, Erica. This one was
welcome.
great.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
I'm super glad that like we got to just watch something super cute. So thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, Erica, welcome back to the show.
Yay.
From your break.
I'm happy to be back.
Yes, we're happy to have you back. And so the next choice is gonna be my pick for December, and I was gonna pick Sanrio Boys, but then fucking Netflix had to go and add some shows to their, you know, shit. And one of them is Maid Sama. The dub specifically is on Netflix. I mean, it's in Japanese too, but the dub is really good. And so we're gonna watch Maid Sama for December. It's like 25, 26 episodes, but it's totally worth it. It's from like 2010. That's how old the show is, so it's kind of older. It's a lot like Ouran High School Host Club in terms of like the humor and stuff, but it's really good. And I say watch the dub specifically because it's got a lot of good people in it. The two main characters are played by Monica Rial and David Matranga, so like, oh man, if you ever wanted to hear Todoroki say I love you, you gotta watch Maid Sama in English. But it's really cute, and like literally so many people have agreed that like the main male character, Usui, is like the best example of a boyfriend in any anime manga ever. So like I love Maid Sama. It's so good. It's really cute, and I think you guys are gonna really like it. So if you guys want to start watching that, go ahead. I really recommend watching the dub, because it's a Sentai dub. So it was dubbed more recently. I don't know how recently, maybe like a few years ago, I think. But it is a Sentai dub, so it's gonna be really fucking hilarious. Especially like what people say like in the background. I've noticed that in a lot of Sentai dubs, like they just go all out for like their background characters saying whatever the fuck they want. So it's one of those kinds of dubs. It's really funny. And I love the characters, and the story is really good. And then, you know, you can read the manga after that if you want to. Because it's one of those shows that only has one season, but the manga kept going after, so. So if you want to know what happens to them at the end, you have to read the manga, or at least, like, read spoilers or some shit. But, you know, we can talk about that in the next episode. So we're gonna watch Maid Sama. It's on Netflix. You can also watch it on YouTube. If you don't have Netflix, you can watch it dubbed on YouTube, like, officially. So you can search it up on YouTube. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. And then in 2020, the whole new year, we're gonna have Chantal's next pick. Yeah, we don't have any bonus episodes planned yet for December. If we do, we probably won't, just because December's super busy. But
we have one coming up.
I know we have one coming up. I'm just gonna say it now, just because like it's something we really want to talk about, all three of us. It's gonna be January, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so January, for our bonus episode, for our first bonus episode of 2020, we're gonna talk about the Utapri movie. I'm so excited. I want to talk about it so bad, just because like we've avoided talking about it because of spoilers, and because people are still
trying to see it
in theaters everywhere. So hopefully by January, most people will have seen it, so we can talk about it. But
spoilers won't matter.
Yeah, spoilers won't matter. But we're gonna talk about the Utapri movie.
I'm pretty sure that if we do, we're just gonna turn into a spoilers, super spoiler heavy.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like from the very beginning, it's just gonna be spoilers for the movie. But we're gonna talk about that in 2020. And Chantal, your first pick of 2020 is
Run with the Wind.
Yay!
I'm excited.
Me too.
We just got it done.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, it got announced.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, then, we're going to have to see if it'll come out in time.
Right.
It probably won't, but I don't know. It's up to Sentai.
It's all good. We'll
watch it.
We'll see. We're still going to watch that for January. It'll be our main episode for January.
I've seen some of it. It's so good.
So I'm excited. Good. I'm very excited. 2020, we've got a lot of cool things coming, guys. So
yes. So get excited.
This is a long-ass outro, so I'm just going to stop right there. Again, thank you guys so much for listening.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Thank you for always tuning in. If you were one of our loyal people that always listens to every episode, thank you so much. Please share this with your friends. Share it on Twitter. Please go follow our podcast Twitter. We post whenever we're recording, what we're going to be doing, what we're talking about. We post our episodes as soon as they get uploaded and premiere. And we also, subscribe to our YouTube as well. If you're already on here, I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed already, but please subscribe, share our channel, let other people know that we have this cool podcast where we just, talk about cool stuff together, Oh man, lots of good stuff coming in 2020.
Yay.
And yeah, follow all of us on Twitter. We have our own individual Twitters. Everything will be in the description. Chantal and I each have our own YouTube channels, so please go subscribe to us if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be nice. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, anyone else? Nothing else to say?
No.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Please comment down below. Let us know what you thought of Tsukigakirei. Do you have your own awkward middle school romance stories? Please tell us in the comments below as well. I'm curious. We opened up to you guys. Please open up to us. So yeah, let us know in the comments. And with all that said, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.